Oh my God, we are in hell. I mean, sorry, live.
Life from hell.
By the way, I was eating a lovely bear claw the other day, sitting in a park, when a dude walked away from his Tai Chi class and over to me and said, "If you thought your body as a temple, you would not eat that." And I said, "My body is a temple. It's just the temple of doom."
Ah.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Carl Albrecht disguised as Mark Rubin,
plus funny songs from
John Trentis,
and a patty melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Oh, God, I hope I'm here. Hi,
here.
everybody. The day you get home and finally get a picture up, and it's not going to be the person. And the moment the show starts, my feed dies. I am so happy. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. I'm Brad Tassell, live on an iPad because I forgot my computer plug in. So my computer is totally dead. So here I am on the iPad that's not working. But we do have our stars at home. Steve Goodie, everybody. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, so he's not dead. So good segue there. And of course, our superstar is always here when she's here. Patti Vasquez, everybody. So great. We also have an extra special show this week without Mark Rubin. So that's going to be fantastic. I don't know what happened there that we lost Mark, but he'll be back in the future. But now we've got Carla Albrecht, who we never see. We never see her. But we would love to see her every week, as we all know. And of course, somebody else we never see, John Trentis. Everybody.
Hooray.
John Trentis. Maybe they'll do a round robin thing after I leave. And I hate when I forget things that I need. Don't you hate that? I'm so sure when I pack stuff that I get so blasé about it that I know I brought it. It's like a weird time bomb when you've left something important or lost something crucial, isn't it? You have not a care in the world until you get a world away with no recourse and then realize, crap, it's not there. Oh my God. F you. I mean, just and you know the rest. It's gone. And at least in this case, it wasn't life-changing, like if I walked away without my passport or Viagra or something. I'm kidding, honey. I always take my Viagra. But you've got to make do somehow, and you have to fix it or go without it, or everything falls apart. When I had my show in Las Vegas, I got a call from the booker of Carnival Cruise Lines, which I'm on right now. And I had been kind of, in a way, fired by them at the time. My show was in Las Vegas and had been running for months. And at the time, okay, I got a call from the booker of Carnival Cruise Lines, who hadn't talked to me in a year, remember? And I didn't work for them anymore. The call was to tell me one of the entertainers had left their passport in the back seat of the airplane. And would I go to the airport and pick it up and overnight it to Mobile, Alabama, so he could have it to get on the ship tomorrow, okay? That's the request. Did I mention the airport holding the passport was Salt Lake City? I'm in Las Vegas, 5.5-hour drive away, 10 hours round trip. Carnival Cruise Lines, who had a year before told me I was no longer working for Carnival Cruise Lines, calls me in Las Vegas, where I have a show at 2 p.m. every day, every 24 hours, to do them a tiny favor and drive to Salt Lake City for nothing, 11 hours round trip, and pick up a passport for a dude I didn't like anyway. I never liked that guy anyway. So I could overnight it to Alabama, and it was the least I could do, is what she said. I think I laughed for hours before I got in the car. No, I laughed so loud, and I said, I think I won't. I'm not going to do it. And then I waited till the next October, and they fired the people that did that. And I got a call, and they said, come back. And I sit here with my passport but no computer cable. So, okay, that was a long thing. That was a long thing, but it went into what I was talking about. So, okay, here's some jokes. Here we go. Are you ready? I hope I stay connected. By the way, it's weird today because I'm reading this on my phone and it's not a very good setup. And you can tell I'm in a gulag. Okay. I'm in the movie Papillon right now. For those who know. I'm closing it out with the
joke for one there. I enjoyed that.
That was for you. I thought Kevin alone would know.
I know it.
Okay.
I'm chasing butterflies because
that's right.
That's right.
Right, Dustin.
Dustin, yeah, that's right. And Steve McQueen, right? Okay. All right, here we go. People are talking on social media about the McDonald's migraine meal. Who has heard of this? Anyone hear of this? The McDonald's migraine meal. It is a cure. That's right. See, you know it. It's a cure for a migraine. It's a large McDonald's Diet Coke and a large McDonald's French fry. And I got to say, yes, I am in. That sounds fantastic. I think I would hit myself in the head right now to justify eating that meal. My body temple wants this in the worst way. Some are saying this remedy works just as well as the number 2 choice, which is crack. So that's kind of nice. And number 3, heroin. So that's kind of nice. Nothing gets rid of a headache quicker. So, Elena, have you tried that? Because that's.
Well, when I get a migraine, I just want to lay down with a cold rag over my head. I don't want to eat.
So. I was in the band Cold Rag. We weren't very good. Okay. Next up, Britney Spears is in the news for smoking on a private plane. She was on a chartered plane. The singer said she was sorry, but she thought it was okay as a friend lit the cigarette for her, and it was a chartered flight. Spears also said the flight attendant didn't like her from the moment they stepped on, and the plane and said calling the relationship toxic. Toxic. And really, okay, now think of this though. If you rent a plane and they tell you Britney Spears is going to be flying, you need to be ready for anything at that time, don't you? The flight attendant said she didn't know the singer would smoke. All she was told before Britney boarded was hide the knives. Oh, sure, we all know that, but not Patti. Okay. Britney and the knife dance. Okay. Oh, Billy Joel has canceled all of his tour dates.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of them. He must have had 100 dates coming up. And my favorite artist ever has normal pressure hydrocephalus, right?
Yep.
Which is a brain disorder that creates fluid on the brain affecting balance and memory, etc. Luckily, it's highly treatable. And you know what they do sometimes? They put a shunt from the brain that releases the fluid down. And hopefully the piano man will be back on the road hating that he has to play the piano man. Which he does. A Faustian
a Faustian freeze.
Yeah. Hey, that's my favorite treat at Dairy Queen, the Faustian freeze. I think I'll come back. Let's see. All right. Here I am. Hey, everybody. It's Brad. Look at that.
Oh, dear.
There he is. Well, he was. Now, okay. I think what we'll do is say, yay, nice monologue.
Yay!
And we'll move on to the next thing because my father just joined us. So, there's Brad.
Am I frozen?
You were frozen as heck.
Did you get the Faustian bargain thing?
We got that. Then we had a lot of fun with that because you were frozen.
Oh, well, but that's the last thing I said. So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, you want to carry on or have you had enough?
Of course I want to carry on.
Okay, yeah, because we're not done suffering. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. As I said, a Faustian bargain if there ever was one. Yeah. Walmart will have a huge Memorial Day sale selling giant TV screens for 50% off so you can celebrate fallen heroes by watching the end of Democracy in super clean HD. I'll talk faster so I don't freeze. A college baseball game ended with a home run, taunts from the batter, a coach pulling his players from the field, 2 players and 2 coaches ejected from the game, and one of the ejected players' mothers thrown out for jumping on the dugout roof.
Oh my goodness.
I know. The game stopped for 25 minutes after someone got a nap. So that was good. Okay, so I thought that was the silliest little joke. Okay. Oh, fans are concerned and haters are mad at Gwyneth Paltrow as they noticed what looked like a glucose monitor patch on her arm during a cooking video the actress released. A glucose monitor on her arm. Fans were concerned she might have diabetes, and haters screamed that it was just a rich person using scarce health supplies to aid themselves. But don't worry, folks. The patch was actually just a monitor to measure vaginal odor for the next candle. I like that one. Okay, more.
Janet didn't like that one either.
I bet she didn't.
Yeah, if we played the Janet game, she wouldn't have liked it. Financial expert Kara Bolton has advice for boomers on their mistakes that they make with their money, and we've got some boomers in here. She points to ignoring inflation and relying too much on Social Security as a few of the big mistakes boomers make. The biggest mistake most boomers make, of course, is taking too long to die. Thank God the big, beautiful bill will help that. Okay. All right, one more, then the joke, and then Steve, you can come back in if I don't freeze.
Okay.
And if I do freeze.
Okay.
A new biography claims that Freddie Mercury had a secret daughter in 1976 with the wife of his friend. Wow.
Oh my.
So if nothing else, we answered the question, can somebody find me somebody to bone? Okay, that's not
Really?
Really.
That's what we're going with? I don't know if I want to come back now.
That's what no. I still got the
Oh, you got more. Okay.
I still got the joke
Right.
of the day. The joke of the day. By the way, I told this to my daughter and she wrote a punchline too, and I won't tell you which is which. You tell me the better punchline. What did the pickle say when he saw a pickle he didn't know in its jar?
What
That's
did the
Brian.
pickle say?
Hey, pickle.
Brian. That's Brian.
Ooh.
Okay. How about this? What did the pickle say when he saw a pickle he didn't know in its jar? You're not Brian. Okay.
Ooh.
What I am is confused because I don't get either of them. But that was Brad Tassell, everybody.
Okay, so
The second one was your daughter's.
the second one was my daughter. So it's brine that the pickles are in.
Right.
And he said, that's brine and not that's mine. That's mine because it was a pickle he didn't know.
Oh.
Okay. Even after the explanation, I don't get it. That's fine. And that doesn't mean I want more explanation. It's Brad Tassell, everybody. Yay. And now it's time for this. Oh, it's nice to be home. Home. Bob and I are home. Of course, not everything is all just jolly and fun because we lost a hero of mine. George Wendt passed away a few days ago.
Oh,
As you may recall, George was beloved Norm on Cheers back in the 1980s and 90s for 11 seasons. Hard to imagine keeping that going, but he did, and we miss him. So tonight's top 10 category with top 10. Let me start again. Tonight's top 10 category, with or without Brian, is top 10 ways bar patrons are remembering George Wendt, a.k.a. Norm Peterson. Here we go. Number 10. Hiding from their wives at a bar for 273 episodes. Number 9. Drinking approximately 32,000 non-alcoholic beers. That's one way. Number 8. Wearing a black armband, a wrinkled suit, and milk bone underwear. Everybody get it? Because I'm not explaining it. Number 7. Naming the 8th step of a 12-step program. Norm. Number 6. Driving up to Woody Harrelson's house and demanding pretzels. This is the top 10 ways bar patrons are remembering George Wendt, a.k.a. Norm Peterson. Number 5. Leaving prank messages for Shelley Long saying, "Hey, Diane, Sammy says we need more pretzels." Number 4. Comparing hair pieces with Ted Danson. Number 3. Not comparing salaries with Ted Danson. Number 2. Listening to their long-winded mailman explain how adding $3 trillion to the debt will balance the budget. And the number 1 way bar patrons are remembering George Wendt, a.k.a. Norm Peterson, living a long life doing exactly what they want, where everybody knows their name, just like we do here on the Virtual Comedy Show. You know, I think as top 10 lists go, that one was kind of touching. Right, Bob?
Yeah, that was. I felt it in here.
Yeah. I don't usually do feelings, but that felt right.
I know. You know who else felt it?
Who else
I
felt
felt
it,
it.
Brad? Could it be Patti Vasquez? Wearing my favorite shirt.
Great Illinois Nazis.
Hi, Patty.
Hello. It's my Memorial Day shirt.
It's a really good one. You're memorializing the Blues Brothers, and I respect it.
Illinois.
Absolutely. All right, you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Let's say that.
Is Patty crazy?
Am I crazy?
Patty's not sure, Patty's not From lunatics winning their local races to major league wackos with orange faces to obnoxious a-holes taking handicapped spaces. If she's losing her mind, that's fair. She's Patti Vasquez.
Am I crazy?
Yes, because of Illinois Nazis.
That's right. So many of them. And I mean, let me start with this, though. I do want to say it's a dog-eat-dog world, just to go off of Steve's joke in the underwear.
Well played.
Thank you. Also, let me preface this by saying I love my mother. She's fine. Everything's okay. Okay, let me say this. If you're not feeling well, don't Google your symptoms and then okay, let's just cut to the chase. A while back, my mother told me, so for those of you who've never enjoyed my conversations about my mother, she's from Mexico, and I can't talk about her without doing her accent because it's just the music of my life. So she called me one day. She goes, "Patricia, last night I thought I was having a stroke, and I Googled my symptoms, and it said I should call an ambulance. But I thought, I have dishes to do tomorrow. I don't have time." So that's how I want to frame this part of the conversation. So on Thursday, I was wrapping up my show, my little radio show. I go from 5 to 7 p.m. I was going to go to an event, a book signing by former Congresswoman Marie Newman. I think it's called A Life from Scratch. So check it out wherever you buy your books. And I was headed over there for the Q&A, for the book signing, to support her, all these things. She was a great legislator. She has a trans child. She fought wonderfully in Congress and then was gerrymandered out of her district by Illinois Democrats. We're fine. Everything's great. But at any rate, for those of you in the Chicagoland area, it's Sean Casten's seat, and he's great too. It's just that they kind of merged them and made it hard for her to win re-election. At any rate, not the story. That's where I was headed. And then I got a phone call from my husband saying, "You have to take your mom to the emergency room." So as I said, let's go back to Mom is fine. So I come back, I pick up my mom. I said, "What's going on?" And she says, "I have a pain in my belly." Okay. She said, "It kept me up all night." Now, mind you, she said it kept her up all night. It was 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Pain that kept her up all the night before. So friggin', I said friggin', not the other word. I just want you to know that I swear a lot and I've done pretty well on the show. And last week there were words that were used and I was like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, I know.
I said friggin'. Okay. At any rate, so I take her to the emergency room. I get her. So she's at triage. You get to the. I also want to say this for anyone who lives in the Chicagoland area, Resurrection Hospital, which is where I've been going for emergencies since I was 7 years old, and I was pretty sure that it was built on a Native American burial ground, kind of like Poltergeist on a cemetery, because I never had good luck there. Never had good luck there. Never. When I fell on my face on the playground and had skid marks on my face, like road rash, yeah, that stuff, skid marks. That sounds well because I skidded on my face. At any rate, when they gave me the injection to numb my lip, the syringe exploded. I got Novocaine in my eyes. Like that was when I was 7 years old. Like those are my memories. I had an appendicitis. I had to have surgery, and the appendix ruptured on the table. So I'm just saying, I've been in this emergency room over a dozen times, right? But they rebuilt it. It's a whole new facility, and it's beautiful. And I think, I don't know, it was nice. So we get there. She's being triaged, and the nurse asks her, "Are you allergic to anything?" Or to everything, but not that. Are you allergic to anything? And I know the answer to this because since I was 7 years old, at that first visit to the emergency room, I have been telling every doctor my entire life that I am allergic to penicillin, right? So she says, I'm allergic to penicillin. And he says, what happens when you take penicillin? Which I was like, oh my God, we've never been asked that. You guys, she was 17 years old when she last had penicillin. And guess what her reaction was to penicillin? My scalp was very itchy. So I went an entire lifetime of not being able to have penicillin because her scalp was itchy one time when she was 17. Maybe it was the hairspray. We'll never know. At any rate, that's the story. So as she's answering the questions, right? So now let's go back. She said she had a belly ache, right? A pain in her belly that kept her awake the night before. And then the nurse says, how long have you had this pain? And she says, oh, I don't know, about 2 weeks. You guys, the generation, those folks that were born in the 30s, they're not like us. They are not like us. She's like, I didn't want to bother anyone. Yeah, 2 weeks. She had a pain that was bothering her, and she didn't say anything until it kept her up one night. And I'm guessing because I didn't give her enough of an edible, which we do sometimes. Neither here nor there. The doctor said it's fine. He said it's fine that we do that. Because she has a lot of anxiety, but she has anxiety, but doesn't care about pain. Long story short, she has, I don't know if I should be sharing this with everybody. We go through all this stuff. We're there for hours. She has an ultrasound. She has a CAT scan. They want to make sure, because she's 90, she's also a cancer survivor. So they go all through all the tests, blood tests, urine tests, you guys. This is not funny. She has a UTI. And I'm like, lady, that was from my college days. Drink more cranberry juice. Yeah. And she's fine. Everything's fine. She went home that night. They were like, she looks great. Everything's okay. It's you guys. And I know this can progress. I know it can get bad. But also, it reminded me of my first UTI when I was in college. And the doctor told me from the symptoms, it sounded like I was pregnant. So I'm just saying a lot has changed since 1990. And he left me alone for 40 minutes, and I went through every variation of my life. And that was when I could price out how much it would take to take care of that. But at any rate, good news, she's not pregnant. And also, I don't want to know how she got the UTI. That's all I'm saying. I just told her to drink more cranberry juice, lady. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, everybody. I am crazy because of my mom.
You are crazy, and you have every reason to be.
It's a lot.
Did you try a large Diet Coke and a large Sprite?
Look, I actually get chronic migraines. That would not do it for me. Believe me. I actually changed, for anyone who really is interested, I actually did the eat for your blood type diet, which helped me with my migraines. Meaning I can't do like red meats, certain types of vegetables, and it's helped me a lot. I used to get them once or twice a month, but never McDonald's. That would not, that's ridiculous.
Sertraline. I think Jen sertraline.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that McDonald's thing is just load you up with caffeine and stimulants so that your brain
and salt,
has a migraine.
Carbs, and maybe.
Oh, that sounds so good right now.
Well, thank you, Patty.
Anyway,
Mom's
tremendous.
And
by the
all
way,
the best to your mom.
I gotta go, everybody. I'll see
you.
Okay,
Bye.
I gotta go.
Bye, Brad.
Thank you.
Bye, Brad.
Get rid of me and move on.
I'm trying to get rid of you. I've been trying for 5 years. All right. All right, and let's take Patty out of the picture here. Oh, that was so good. Thank you, Patty.
Yes.
And now, it's musical guest.
Thank you for letting me vent.
Oh, you bet. Look, everybody, it's John Trentis. Yay! Oh, does John have some stories to tell us? I have a feeling we might hear the news that he told me.
I know why Brad keeps freezing.
Yes, that's exactly right. It's a Medusa effect. That's right.
It's
All right, you know the
Medusa.
deal here, John. I'm going to play an intro for you. Then you're going to give us a song of a funny nature, and then I will answer it somehow. I have no idea how. And then you'll do another one. Here we go.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, It's time for our musical guest.
John Trentis.
Musical guest. You know, that sounds strangely like Winnie the Pooh's thing.
Doesn't it? Yeah, that's been pointed out more than once.
Okay, so this song, Steve Goodie and I wrote like 9 years ago. Yes, it's been 9 years, Steve.
Wow.
And we submitted it for a soundtrack in a movie, and it got picked up, and they're going to put it in the end credits. And they shot the movie. They've got Casper Van Dien in it and Barry Bostwick, and it's a sci-fi movie, and it has not yet been released.
Which makes no sense because it's about radioactive cockroaches from outer space.
Exactly. You'd think cockroaches would be less patient than that. But we still got a song out of it, so I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Okay. In your kitchen, in the middle of the night, better think twice before you turn on the light. We don't mean no harm, we don't want to offend me and 700 of my closest friends. Nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach. Don't stop on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach. Should've done dishes, but you left them in a pile, getting kinda furry for quite a long while. All that crap that you meant to throw away, to me and my friends, it's Thanksgiving Day. Nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach. Don't stop on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach. Don't stop on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach. We were here when you were up in the trees. We'll still be around long after you leave. You're top of the food chain, we're at the bottom. Don't stomp the roaches, smoke them if you got them. Nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach. Don't stop on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach. Everybody, nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach. Don't stop on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as I always say, there is no better way to have a good time on a Monday than have a good old Zoom sing-along. Because that always works.
Yes.
Thanks, John. Man, someday we're going to make some money off that song.
Probably not.
Either that or you've already made money off that song and are not telling me.
Oh, hell no.
I respect either way. There's a lot of things in that song I could have done a song in regard to, but the first line is in your kitchen, so I went with kitchen. And this will make sense after a little while. And you've all heard this before, so I'm going to do it again. Because the one thing we're all after in this life, the one thing we all need, the one thing we're all in pursuit of, possibly in great futility, is one decent night's sleep.
Right.
I can't sleep. I can't sleep. My brain repeats incessantly these OCD trivialities, and eventually, if I fall asleep, I can't breathe. Insomnia and sleep apnea. My CPAP never works that good. No good. No good. You guys can all do it. I can't unwind. Someone please hit me over the head with a sledgehammer. I can't sleep, I can't sleep, I close my eyes, can't find no sheep. So I don't count sheep, I count shepherds. Bo Peep, Jesus, Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. Astronaut Alan Shepard. You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut, so I asked, and they said, nah. Wait, I'm supposed to be counting sheep. Sheep apnea, ba-dum-ba-ba. Lamb chops, they sure do taste good. So good, so good, so good. My stupid brain goes round and round, round and round, round and round. I wish I could win an award for this. I'd like to thank my mother and Alan Shepard and my pharmacist, who is no help at all. You hate me. You really hate me. I'm trying to think about nothing. Nothing, 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 Alan Shepard. Damn you, Alan Shepard! I'm trying to think about nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Did I leave the oven on? See, this is where the kitchen comes in. I've never let the oven on. Why would I leave the oven on? I'm going downstairs to check on the oven. It's off. Of course it's off. I think I'll make a sandwich. You know, I ordered some CBD, but someone at Amazon is dyslexic because I got the Charlie Daniels Band box set instead. The devil went down to the kitchen to make himself a sandwich. I've been drinking decaf tea, listening to the white noise machine, breathing slowly and deeply, I'm almost there. Now I have to pee. I shouldn't have drunk that gallon of Pepsi. Now I've got restless leg syndrome like Elvis Presley. Now all the next day, narcolepsy. Is it weird that I fell asleep at McDonald's? In the drive-thru, please drive around, sir. Do you really think I should drive around while I'm asleep? Apnea. 3 hours of sleep would be pretty good. 2 hours, 1 hour, I'm screwed thanks to sleep apnea. 15 minutes would be pretty good. So good, so good, so good. I think I hear banjos. Someone please hit me over the head with a canoe. The wheels in my brain are made of sheep, and I'm really bleak because I can't sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Thank you. That was worth it. And now, another delightful song from our friend John Trentis.
Yay!
You know, sometimes when you order CBD on Amazon, they send you the Willie Nelson box set.
I might have to throw that in. Co-write.
Welcome to it. Okay, so this is not a funny song, but it is a song that has been cut by an artist, and it's going to be released on Friday.
And this is for real. He's not making this up like I do.
This is for real. This is not made up. The artist's name is Brian Ruby, Bryan Ruby, just like the Ruby Stone. And he does this song way, way better than I do. But right now, as of today, this is the only place you can hear the whole song. He's got little teaser videos posted on Facebook.
So this is an exclusive. Brought to you by the Virtual Comedy Show.
Yes, it is an exclusive. What happened was I played this song one night at the Bluebird Cafe, and he happened to be in the audience, and he heard it and he liked it. And then like months later, he calls me up out of the clear blue sky and says, "Hi, I'm Brian Ruby. I'm an artist. I liked your song at the Bluebird, and I'm interested in maybe recording it. Is it available?" I says, "Well, what song is it?" And he says, "Diggin'." I'm like, "Are you sure you got the right guy? Because I don't have a song called Diggin'." He says, "Oh, no, it's you. It's a song about the farmer." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I know what song you're talking about." I didn't call it Diggin'. My title was different. My title was, "He Ain't Quitting Till the Corn Comes Up." 5 a.m. till late at night, he's working the dirt, they treat him like. Plant them seeds in the ground, waiting for rain to come down. Mortgage payments coming late, money's getting tight and the bank won't wait. He's still digging, trying to make a living. A cloud of dust he's kicking, ain't giving up, he's sticking. He keeps praying, no matter what they're saying, but their heads keep shaking. He ain't quitting till the corn comes up. Farm the land, raise his kids, just like his great-grandpa did. This old town ain't the same since his neighbors got corporate names. He ain't working at the grocery store till the sheriff comes banging on the farmhouse door. He's still digging, trying to make a living. A cloud of dust, he's kicking, ain't giving up, he's sticking. He keeps praying, no matter what they're saying, but their heads keep shaking. He ain't quitting till the corn comes up. Prayers go up as the farmer kneels. The sun goes down on an empty field. The silo's full, the bills are paid. One more harvest God has made. He swears a vow to all his kin. Next year he's gonna do it all again. He's still digging, trying to make a living. A cloud of dust, he's kicking, ain't giving up, he's sticking. He keeps praying, no matter what they're saying, but their heads keep shaking. He ain't quitting till the corn comes up.
Yay!
John Trennis. You know, I just remembered. I'd forgotten for a while. I remember the day you and I wrote that. That was a strong one. I remember that very well. I think it was a Tuesday.
So is Brian going to call it
I think you
digging?
signed a promissory note to me.
That's a good question. Is Brian going to call
call
it
it
digging, or is he calling it? What you call it?
It's called digging, and then in parentheses till the corn comes up.
Okay, there you go.
Okay,
Awesome. All right, I can't wait till Friday, man. This can be awesome. Where can we see you playing in the upcoming weeks, online or in person?
Oh, well, let's see. I'm going to be at the Commodore Lounge in Nashville. Let me just see when the heck this is. I think it's July 7th. Yeah, July 7th, 8:30.
Cool.
And Brian Ruby is doing his release party at the Basement in Nashville, down South 8th.
Wow, that's it.
He's going to be doing that song on stage with a full band and all his other songs.
Is that this Friday?
That's this Friday. Doors open at 6:30. He's got an opening act, and he'll probably be on stage by about 7.
Sweet,
And,
you're going to be there?
With bells on, buddy. With bells on.
Got to get there early. That's a small little room.
Yeah, well.
But no, I mean, it's great. Just make sure if you're going, get there early.
Yeah.
Fills up quick.
You might
All right.
know somebody.
Thank you, John Trentis.
Yeah,
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All righty. Hey, gosh. Now, if I can find Carla, who is dressed up as a ventriloquist. Nope. She's dressed as Carla. Hi, Carla.
Carla.
As if we planned it. That's amazing. And if I ask for a drum roll, you'll probably give me one of those too.
A really bad one, yeah.
Man. Well, thank you for joining us. You are our official. The pleasure is all ours, isn't it, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Right. So you know the drill. You're going to give us 10 minutes of awesomeness, and then after that, we'll tell you how great you are. So, and stay tuned, because after that, something funny will happen, and after that, John Trent is going to give us some.
What? Wheelchair. Yeah.
Okay, I'm muting somebody.
I only use my power chair when I'm out here. I use this chair inside.
Okay, anybody have any idea who that is?
Somebody in a chair.
That's probably right.
That doesn't narrow it
I'm
down.
gonna try that one. Okay, let's see if that does it. Anyway, glad that happened before your set. Here we go. We're gonna do an intro, and then you do 10 minutes of awesome. Here it comes.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Carla Albrecht.
Yeah, with my ears. Okay. Hey, y'all. My niece texts me and she says, I just finished chapter 7 in the driver's manual and I was real busy. So I just said, cool. And she's like, are you mad at me? Well, it's because I used a period. Apparently that's very aggressive in texting. I did not know this, but there's a word of the wise that using punctuation is very aggressive in texting. I don't know. Maybe proper grammar is too snooty. I can start inserting grammatical errors on purpose. I don't want to sound too holier than thou.
So true.
I went to a Mets game the other day. Wow. And now I remember why I only go to one a year, because it's so loud. I don't know how the rest of the teams do it, but they're like, between every pitch, they're like, make some noise! And I'm like sitting there with the lights flashing and everything. I'm sitting there in my chair, covering my ears, closing my eyes, and I'm like, stop making some noise! People next to me are like, are you autistic? I'm like, well, I wasn't. Every inning is a fireworks, a flashing lights, a loud music. I feel like a funny dog. Like, bring back the old days with the organist. Roar in the crowd and people throwing things at the players. Like, bring back the old days. Good old fashioned segregation. No. No, don't bring that. No. So talking about corporate, I really dug John's song. That should be a hit. That's just great. Oh, yeah. I'm not being funny. It was really amazing. And the Mets too have corporate sponsors. All the teams have corporate sponsors. It's all over the park. It's on their uniforms. They got patches. It's like everywhere. And I thought the Mets have an official mayonnaise. How much mayonnaise are they eating that they need to be sponsored? An official mayonnaise. They also have an official nachos, an official tequila.
Ooh, that makes sense.
That diet, they're going to need an official defibrillator.
That's a good one, Carl.
Thank you. Did y'all eat school lunch growing up? Or I should say, didn't y'all, like me, pretend to eat school lunch growing up? Institutional food. Mystery meat, whipped potatoes, and peas. Which I just push around with my fork and try to make it look like I ate some, and then the lunch lady would be like, you didn't really eat your food. And I'm like, it wasn't really food. But one day, y'all, this is like a bedroom story. And then one bright sunny day, they ran out of food.
Ooh.
I know. It was the best day ever. And the lunch ladies were apologizing. I'm like, no, really, it's okay. It's okay. What a nice little girl. She doesn't mind missing lunch. I'm like, I miss lunch every day. You know what I'm talking about? They're scrambling around. They found some cheese and some peanut butter and some bread. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting in the back of the line every day. I quit therapy recently.
Yay!
That must have been Steve. My last session, the reason I quit the last session, I was like, I found myself afterwards thinking, maybe being an active alcoholic isn't all that bad. But there was one deterrent, which was I didn't want to get fat and bloated. So, and then I thought, no, there's a workaround, butt chugging.
God. Oh.
I don't know if y'all have heard of this, but I've heard of it. I haven't done it, but people do that. Like, somebody back me up.
Yep.
Not literally.
Yep.
Just, you've heard of it. Yeah, Kevin, you've heard of it. Was that you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So after I was trying to figure out how I could drink socially and anally, I finally decided it'd be easier to just quit therapy. So here I am doing comedy. That's why I'm here. One of the things we're trying to talk about in therapy was I was an 80s kid. Most people think that means, latchkey kid. I was not a latchkey kid because my parents never locked the doors. Don't need a key if the door's not locked.
Let the blonde out.
Let the blonde out. Well, I shouldn't say not never. They did sometimes lock the doors. My dad would lock the doors when I snuck out at night.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he was trying to teach me a lesson, which he did. He taught me how to break and enter. And when you have ADHD and you lock yourself out of the house all the time, that is the gift that keeps on giving. I found there's always a way back in. Screwdriver, bobby pin, take the air conditioner out of the window. It works. Mm-hmm. Probably shouldn't be sharing this information. A lot of people have a fake rock with a key in it. That only works if you remember to put the key back. Unless you just use the rock. That works. I was with Joe one time. We were at a movie, and we were the last people out of the theater. Even the employees had left, and we heard the door click behind us. And I'm like, oh, crap, I left my purse hanging on the armrest. And he's like, well, we'll just come back tomorrow. I said, I don't know what you're talking about, because I already had a coat hanger, and I had the door open. Joe's like, who are you? I'm like, 80s kid. 80s kid. Anybody else wake up early? Early risers? No, we're all here at 10 o'clock at night. Oh, Alice gets up early. Right? You're not getting a full night's sleep then, staying up to watch the virtual comedy show. Yeah, I get up at 5 a.m. Now, this is not voluntary. I used to go to bed at 5 a.m., but just something happened over COVID, and my clock got all switched around. I wake up at 5. It doesn't matter. I go to bed at 11, go to bed at 1. I go to bed at 4:45. I still wake up at 5 a.m. I don't want to be up. Even the birds are like, could you turn the light off? Lack of sleep is a contributing factor to dementia. At some point, I'll just be Joe's problem. But you would think I'd get a lot done because I'm up so early. You think, oh, you got all those hours to yourself. It's not like I can clean the house, start vacuuming, start making phone calls, send texts, or, all that stuff bothers people. You can't do that at 5 o'clock. So,
I don't like it.
But the real problem is I can't figure out what to do first. Because again, the ADHD, I'm like, okay, well, everybody says the first thing, most important things, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So you should eat breakfast first. And they're like, no, you should meditate first. No, you should work out first. No, you're a writer. You should write first. And I'm like, all right, there's only one solution. I'll just run full out on the treadmill while I'm writing, meditating, and eating a bowl of oatmeal.
Oh, Lordy.
That'll get everything off my to-do list because I'll choke to death. I got one more thing I want to share with y'all that's happened recently. I'm staying with a relative. She keeps a beautiful house. It was kind of intimidating because she was actually featured in Good Housekeeping, the magazine Good Housekeeping. That's intimidating to me because I was featured in a magazine. It was called Better Things to Do Than Housekeeping. It's not an honor. While I was there, I used the wrong towels. I don't know if y'all have done this, but yeah, they were sham towels. I'd never even heard of this. Sham towels. They're decorative. Just decorative. They're just for show.
You're not supposed to use them.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. I mean, it didn't occur to me that there would be towels on the rack that weren't for toweling. Even if I had used the right towel, wherever that was, where would you hang it? I'm just gonna get the sham towels on, and then I use the decorative soap.
Oh no!
I'm like, well, what else in here is decorative? Is this a sham toilet? Is that just for show? What about the toilet paper? I'll just hang my butt out the window to pee. Dry off with a hair dryer. Like being in a museum, I don't know what. Like, I need to stay at the YMCA where a towel is a towel. Yeah.
Yeah.
The important thing is the bathroom looks untouched. Because it is. It's like being on a date. You're like, oh, don't mess my hair. Don't mess my makeup. We can make out, but don't mess my hair. Don't touch the lipstick. And it's like, well, okay, just have your way with me when you're hanging my butt out the window, I guess. That's it for me, y'all. Thanks for having me.
Carl Albrecht saving the day.
Hilarious.
It's so nice having a designated hitter. Thank you very much. And you were talking about sham towels and sham toilets. You didn't talk about the sham soap or the shampoo.
Shampoo.
You might want to throw that in.
The
That
fake
one's
poo.
free.
I demand the real poo.
That's why your butt's out the window. Anyway,
That's right.
where can we see you performing live and online in the next upcoming little while?
Well, let's see.
That's here every week.
Thursday, I'm in Hillsborough, New Jersey, for any locals. And Friday, I'm at Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. We're doing a comedy songwriter showdown. It's just three of us. It's not every comedy songwriter on the planet. It's just three of us who are regional. Well, you know Todd Chappelle. He's a regular on the show. Indeed. And Barry Raven and me. The three of us will be swapping songs on Friday. And Kennett Square is like a little south of Philly. It's really fun. Nice little theater. Really nice.
And I bet we can find all this information at carlyu.com.
You could, yes.
Totally could. It's my first stop whenever I'm trying to figure out where you're playing.
Oh, mine too.
Yes. Joe and I go, where the hell is she? And then we look, and everything's great. All right. Thank you very much, Carl. That was tremendous. Carl Albrecht, everybody.
Yay.
Thank you.
And now it's time for this. I'm going to do a song I don't think any of you have heard before.
Okay.
Ooh. Oops. And I'm going to do that.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
I was reminded as John was playing and talking about being discovered. John has officially been discovered at the Bluebird. That's what that means. Song that I used to play all the time with my co-writer friend, Tim Panyard, who has since moved to Florida. And this song, we wrote this, we used to say this was going to be pitched to Paris Hilton because she was the biggest egomaniac we could think of at the time. But now, all we have to do is look to the White House. So plug in whichever egomaniac you want that might sing this song. There's one extra special person who's always there for me. My rock, my inspiration, oh it's true. The one who stands beside me, lifts me when I fall. I owe it all to someone, and that someone is me. Where would I be without me? I'm the only one who never lets me down, you see. From the moment when I wake up till I lay me down to sleep, I'd like to say thank you to me. This here's a big shout out to yours truly. And I will always love me. I light up my life. I am so beautiful. There you go. All right. Okay, that was fun. And now, oh boy, special treat from our friend John. Once again, we're going to bring John back for a little thing we call, I forget what we call it, but we'll find out in a minute what I call it. John he's a stand-up comic as well as a genius musician, and he's a superhero. So we're going to do a thing. You get a minute of stand-up. We're going to time you. As soon as a minute's up, you're going to hear the bell, and if you don't stop, we're going to kidnap you. Is what's going to happen. So,
Oh dear.
here we go. Oops, not that. Hold on. This.
So you say you're a comedian wannabe, and you're willing to work for free. You're not a pro, so where can you go? Don't want to spend all night at an open mic. Try the Amateur Minute in our online show. If your is funny, we'll let you know. It's the Amateur Minute. Are you ready to go on the virtual comedy show? And we're not going to pay you. That's what amateur means.
You ready, John?
Ready?
Go.
Okay, so there was this story in the news recently about an artist that took a banana and he duct taped it to a wall. And I thought, well, people are creative, they come up with all kinds of goofy stuff, no big deal. But then I heard that it sold for $1 million. And then the guy that bought it ate the banana.
Yep.
Okay, so most people were offended by this. In my thinking, how do I get a bite of this? How do I take a bite of it? So I went to my garage and I looked around for stuff to make sculptures with. I found a pair of dentures and I found an old boomerang. So I glued the dentures to the boomerang and I looked at it and I thought, it needs something more. So I looked around some more. I found an old toilet seat. So I glued the dentures and the boomerang to the toilet seat and then I taped it to a wall and stepped back to admire my work. And then I realized I'd created the most ugly piece of crap ever crafted by the hand of man. So I threw it away, and that came back to bite me in the ass.
Well done! Exactly 1 minute. Now that's what I call a pro. Well done, John. It's not easy to do 1 minute. It's actually easier to do a half hour than 1 minute. Well done.
Well done.
Okay, that's it. And now, hey, Jeff. You with us, Jeff? Did you see my message? Because we have Jeff Shaw.
Hi there.
You want to do a little?
Yes.
Okay, we got exactly 5 minutes.
Okay, exactly
You ready?
5 minutes. In your face, John.
And go.
Hi, everybody. How about a big round of applause for everybody on the show so far? This was awesome. Yeah, I am at the Salt Lake City airport. My flight was diverted from Denver, so I'm stuck here all night. And so I'd like to say to Carla, you can tell your niece that I found out that that saying "F you, you guys are the came out of the sky" is also considered aggressive. So, I'm sitting here at the Salt Lake City airport, and I'm walking around with I always when I fly to Salt Lake City, I always have a Book of Mormon with me, and I carry it with me because I find that if you walk around Salt Lake City with the Book of Mormon, nobody stops you to talk to you about the Book of Mormon. You're like, have you heard of the Church of Jesus Christ? Oh, you're one of us. Go Jazz, or whatever the Mormons say to each other. So I'm here at the airport with some time for some introspection, and I'm taking stock of all the good things in my life. And I realize I've been doing comedy for almost 40 years, and I have never used recreational drugs. Wow. All my drugs are for work. Fortunately, my drugs are sugar and caffeine, and unfortunately, my dealer is Starbucks, so it's cheaper to do narcotics. I am addicted to sweets. As long as pastries remain legal, drugs will have no allure for me. I could spend all day in a marijuana dispensary with zero temptation, but 1 hour in a Dunkin' Donuts and the paramedics are shocking me out of a sugar coma. Keith Richards and Slash kicked heroin. Meanwhile, one Reese's peanut butter cup, and I'm backstage devouring the entire bag like a raccoon in a dumpster. Then again, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. Now, I'm not saying I can't resist sweets when I need to. I am currently on a low-carb diet because of the love handles I got during the holidays. I need to lose like 10 pounds, and like a normal guy gains 10 pounds. He can't tell, but me, I gain 10 pounds. I look like a pregnant Uma Thurman. I ate so many Christmas cookies during the holidays. I went from a 33 H&M waist to a 33 JCPenney waist. And Daddy, don't do Dockers. So, when they tell you that you can lose a lot of weight on low carb diets, what they don't tell you is you can also lose a lot of friends. Especially married ones, because there's nothing a married person hates more than a single friend with willpower. Hey, Jeff, you want some pie? No, thanks. I'm on a diet. But you're fit and trim. Why are you on a diet? To remain fit and trim. Do you not know how diets work? Well, if I look like you, I'd eat pie every day. Yeah, but then you'd look like you again. Why are you being such a jerk? Because that's what happens when I deny myself pie. You're fat and friendly. I'm skinny and surly. Do the math, Sarah Lee. And the thing is the hard thing about staying in shape in your 50s is I only have to look good for my 50s. You know, like I no longer have to impress 20-something rugrats at the gym. Because all I have to do to impress people at the gym is to go to the gym.
Show up.
No one's looking at me and going, somebody needs to work on their lats. No, they're looking at me. They're looking at me going, wow, I wish my mom looked that good. Wow, that lady just touched her toes. Way to raise the bar, Grandma. And I'll leave you with this. What my friends don't understand is I am not naturally skinny. Okay, this right here. This is not high metabolism. This is not genetics. This is cocaine. No, I'm kidding. I don't do cocaine. I'm 59. I ain't wasting my Cialis money on nose candy. Hey, thanks for having me. Brad sent out the Brad signal, and I'm at the airport. I will chip in.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah. All right.
What a disaster this show turned out not to be.
All right.
It really looked like it was going to go right in the toilet, and it didn't. This is so sham toilet of a show.
Well, my whole career is a sham.
And I take it you're performing in Utah or trying to get out of Utah? Which are you doing?
No. I was on a cruise ship out of San Diego. I mean, San Francisco, and then we couldn't land in Denver because of the weather.
Okay. Well, where are you playing next?
On a cruise ship in the Bahamas.
Let's talk about the Bahamas.
Get home in time. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jeff. You the man.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Thanks, Jeff.
And now I got to beg for money. This is normally Brad's job, but I'm going to do it. So here we go.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover or a 2-drink minimum. So what did you expect, Jack?
That's right. If you can find it in your heart, if you can find it in your wallet, if you can find it somewhere, go on over to virtualcomedyshow.com and click that yellow button that says donate to the comedians. We'll divide it amongst everybody. And I think today we had like 800 people in this show. So all of your extra dollars will go even farther, go to San Diego or San Francisco, wherever he is. Anyway, we would really appreciate it. It helps us keep doing this. This is episode 263. And so far, our show has lost exactly $400. So if you can help us, it only took us 5 years to lose $400. We feel pretty good about that. If you can help us out, we sure would appreciate it at virtualcomedyshow.com. Hit that yellow donate to the comedians button, and we will divide it amongst all of our ne'er-do-well friends. And now it's time for the worst joke of the week.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
And you know, here at the Virtual Comedy Show, we like to reward our friends who show up early and visit with us. So as a reward to all of our friends who are here early before we officially started, you get to hear this joke again. What kind of music does a bubble hate?
What kind of music does a bubble hate?
Pop. Good night, everybody.
It wasn't any better than
America goes. That's what you get when you watch this show. Gonna be a long, boring